Okay. So people on my left hand side, you guys can sit up and if we all duck our heads down just underneath this pipe for me. Just watching your head. Perfect. Okay guys, so welcome to Shark Alley. This is where our grey nurse sharks are normally hanging out. At the moment though, it looks like our rays are more keen to say hello. You can see another one of those smooth rays just cutting behind us over here. So that would be Tabitha, and Dot's coming back through again just behind us. Those smooth rays are the largest animals we have here at Aqua. They are 350 kilograms each. Luckily for our divers, they don't feel like they weigh quite that much when we're in the water with them, as some of our rays, particularly Tabitha, really likes to come over for cuddles. She will sometimes just sit on top of our divers. Just below us is Warnie, our sandbar whaler. He's our fastest shark. He's always gone before I finish talking about him. Warnie is one of my favourite sharks because he's such a polite little gentleman. When he comes over for his food, he's a little bit faster than the other sharks, but he always makes sure to be very, very gentle when he's taking his food, and we do hand feed our sharks. Looks like one of our grey nurse sharks is just about to come below us. If you look more towards me and below the boat, you should see one of our lovely grey nurse sharks just popping into view over here. So this is one of 4 of our grey nurse sharks. This is most likely Penny. She's coming by. I'll try to confirm that for you. Yes, that's going to be Penny just below us. She's got a little remora friendly with her, so that little fish that's hanging out on her back, that's a shark suckerfish or a remora. They like to attach themselves to sharks and other animals as a way of getting a bit of a free ride and a bit of free food. There you go.
And the shark will not eat the animal on its back?
No, so we make sure that all of our animals are very well fed, including our sharks. Grey nurse sharks in particular are a very lazy species of shark. They are very chill most of the time and they don't actually eat that much food. Especially this time of year, it's pretty normal for them to only have 1 or 2 fish per week. And the fish that they eat are around the length of my forearm, as grey nurse sharks swallow their food whole, which means if you guys did fall in, you're not on the menu for our sharks, you guys will be fine. Well, it looks like Dot's just coming through again, one of our beautiful smooth rays just cutting through over there. I'll keep moving us this way though to see what other animals we can find. Oh, and if you actually have a look over the side of the boat, you might see a very tiny dorsal fin sticking out of the water. This is Tina just behind me, this little shark coming behind me. Tina is my favourite shark. Don't tell the other sharks that I said that. But Tina's my favourite because she's the naughtiest. I love Tina, she's very, very cheeky. She likes to sneak up on people. Our sharks can recognise individual people. For some of our sharks, like Tina, she loves to meet new people. If you've never been in this tank before and you hop in, she's the first shark to swim over and say hi. Some of our sharks, though, they're a little more nervous around new people. And in fact, one of our largest shark is actually the most nervous around new people. Dopey, our male grey nurse shark, is just over 3 metres and he is a wuss. I love him very much, but he takes quite a long time to get used to new people. And one of the ways that you know that our sharks are very well fed is that our sharks can be fussy about who they take food from. Dopey will not take food from you if he doesn't like you. So he takes a little while to warm up to new people. There's a really good way of knowing that they're well fed is he'll go more than a week without eating if he doesn't get to eat from someone that he likes. One of our grey nurse sharks is just below me. If you're on the further side, you'll definitely be able to see. If not, you might have to duck a little bit there. But it looks, it's Penny again. Penny's actually having a nap right now. So as our sharks move along, if you see their tails start to slow right down and they drift very slowly along Shark Alley over here, it's a really good sign that they are sleeping. It's hard to tell for sure though because they don't have eyelids, so they don't close their eyes and go to sleep the way that we do. But if they're moving as slowly as Penny is right now, it's usually a very good indication that they are having a nap. So I'm going to bring us a little further this way. I don't want to go too far, you guys are going to get a free shower. But I do want to see if the cleaning station is busy right now. It doesn't look like there's too much action down there. There is a little bit of a rocky area over here where our cleaner wrasse will set up shop. As I mentioned to you guys before, we have cleaner wrasse in a lot of our tanks. Doesn't look like anyone's down there for business right now, but if you guys are in the tunnel a bit later, definitely check out the rocks in the middle. You might see some of our fish with their mouths open and their gills flared out, and they are having a bit of a bath. So we had some of our schooling fish just swim by. Those larger silverfish are our skipjack trevally. In my personal experience, they are the scariest animals in this tank. The sharks are actually very well behaved. Oh, here comes Warnie again. Hey, buddy. And you can see the size difference between Warnie and one of our grey nurse sharks just over here. This is Maya, our largest female grey nurse shark currently. So Maya over there is actually nearly as big as Dopey, and she will become larger than him. With grey nurse sharks and a lot of other shark species, the females actually get larger than the males. So usually if you see a very big shark, it's probably a girl. There goes Maya. So those bigger silverfish, as I mentioned, those are the skipjack trevally, and these little quick ones coming through are our Australian herring. So if any of you guys are good at fishing, you might have caught some of them before. They probably looked a little different though, as our animals are very well fed. So oftentimes they're just that little bit rounder than you'd see them out in the wild. There goes Morticia just behind us, another one of those beautiful smooth rays. Great thing about the smooth rays is they're so big you can see them from anywhere in the tank. Now you might have noticed that there's a few blue tubes hanging out at the surface of the water, some blue hoses. That is part of our vacuum cleaner system. That is how we clean our tank. We have to clean this tank about 3 times per week, and that is cleaning the rocks, the glass, the sand, the panels, everything you could think of in here. Now I'm going to slow down a little bit because I can see the lovely captain, our loggerhead turtle, starting to catch up with us. So I'd love for her to say hello. If you look down and for just a moment, we've got Doug, our shovel-nosed ray, coming to say hi. So he is a type of ray. He has a tail a bit like a shark, but he is a type of ray, just not a stingray like our beautiful smooth rays. And I very much love Doug. He's very cheeky and he also loves a cuddle. Seems to be a running theme with our rays. Alright, as we're coming back this way, I'm just going to try and keep an eye on Captain, because if she wants to come up for a breath of air, I don't want to get in her way. Mostly because she expects everyone to get out of her way. She's in charge of this tank. Even the sharks will get out of Captain's way if she's swimming towards them. So if you guys just keep your head stuck down for me as we're coming along this way, that way we can have a look at Captain. That striped fish down there, that's Buddy. That's my favourite bony fish that we have here, because he loves cuddles and he loves belly scratches. He's a little bit like a dog. There goes Captain. I'm just going to move out of her way so she can come up for a breath. And if you guys look behind you, you should see her pop her head out of the water. You can even say hello to her if you like. If you look behind you, you'll see Captain. There she goes. Alright, see you, Captain. It's always lovely when she comes to say hi to us. Okay guys, just keep your head stuck down as we come back through this low-hanging pipe. I'll tell you a little bit about Buddy, the estuary cod, as we come through, so just watch your head. So as I was saying, that striped fish down there, that's Buddy. That's my favourite bony fish. He actually thinks that I'm a cleaner wrasse. I don't think I look much like one. But he will open up his mouth and flare his gills just like I was one. And he will ask me to clean his teeth and his tongue. Oh, and there goes one of our lovely rays saying goodbye to us. See you, sweetheart. Who was that? That was Dot just coming through. Okay guys, I'm going to spin this boat around and get us hooked back onto dry land. So if you guys can stay seated for just a moment longer for